All right, hi everyone. So I have Mike Weldon, Director of Fixed Operations with the Hansel Auto Group. We've worked together for about 10 years, and so I wanted to get him on here to just share with the history of the Hansel Auto Group and why you guys hired PartsEdge and kind of tell us in your words what impacts we've made on your operations for over 10 years. So I'll let you take over.
Well, thank you, and I appreciate you reaching out. It's been a great relationship between us and PartsEdge. This was actually introduced to me back when I initially started with the company. I started in 2011, and talking to our CFO, and we were struggling with our parts managers, understanding the various different dynamics of their business, the sourcing, setting up their parts pricing, setting up labor types so that they work with parts. And Robin Helms is our CFO, and he suggested that I reach out and talk to Chuck, which I did. Back then it was the Chuck show. So Chuck got involved with us. He did some analysis on our stores. I got to tell you, that was probably the best decision that we have ever made. It is now allowed the parts managers to be parts managers and sell parts, and Chuck follows up and PartsEdge follows up and gives us the analytics so that we understand our business, we understand our parts inventory, we understand our aging, and he puts it on a nice reporting, and it assists us so that the managers can look at it and then make the adjustments on the fly or reach out to PartsEdge and get some assistance on making those changes. It's really been important when we set up our pricing matrices and what have you. So we're market sensitive, and so PartsEdge goes in and they look at how we're set up and they make recommendations on what we should do. So it's been a great relationship.
That's great to hear. And it's been a consistent, change with, it's not like we just set up the matrix 10 years ago. We were constantly, reviewing that with you guys and making sure we're staying on top of that.
Yeah, I mean, I would say that I wouldn't stay with a company unless they're progressive and continually improving their business model, because if they improve theirs, it improves ours. And it just made it's very fluid. I get the reporting, I look at the reporting, CFO looks at the reporting, he's got questions, he reaches out to me, and then we dig in and we look at where we stand.
That's great. So with the reporting that we provide, and I know you guys probably still look at your management reports, there's different things you have to look at, but ours is just kind of like a one pager and you kind of just know what you're looking at rather than flipping through the management report.
That's correct.
Okay.
Yeah, it's one page and it lays it out, and it's easy to understand. And then we can key in on the areas that really don't fit, or if we get input from PartsEdge, we can key in on it and make some adjustments on the fly.
Yeah. And how has your parts managers, so have you had a lot of turnover? Have you, had they stuck around for a while? I know 10 years is a long time, so.
Well, in most of our stores, the parts managers are still in play unless they've retired out. Parts, you don't see a lot of turnover in most cases. What we've done, however, within the company is that we've had some movement. As people have retired, we've moved people around and we built better teams. And we're able to do that because we can put a parts manager in a store, and then PartsEdge can lend the support while that individual is learning that store to allow them to be effective and work with the day-to-day operations.
That's great. Yeah. I wanted to bring that up because that happens a lot where dealerships hire within, they move someone up to the position, and they're able to do that because we can give them the support they need to learn. So yeah, that's great. That's happened for you guys. And then just my last question is, what aspects of, or actually, no, I want to ask, how would you describe what we do for you? That's in your words, just a couple sentences. I love to get this from everyone that I talk to.
Well, I'm going to be really brief because I like to keep it simple. It's a great support mechanism. It allows us to set up some standards within the business. of operating our parts departments, and it allows the management to understand what's going on with their department and getting the assistance by PartsEdge to make sure that they're utilizing their inventory the best that they possibly can.
That's great. Yeah, that puts it in perspective. Well, I appreciate your time and doing this for us, and thanks so much.
Thank you. Appreciate it.